Hi there, I'm Sarah Frags. I play Valorant for Shopify Rebellion's Game Changers roster. What got me into gaming at an early age was probably my brother, honestly. I think what got me into competing really was like wanting to beat him in Super Smash Bros. So I think that was it for me. Like from there, I was just a grinder. Like I was playing games since I was like, I don't know, 4 or 5 years old, and then I was grinding them pretty hard since I was like 9 or 10. I think I got into PC gaming for like Minecraft. And then obviously like once you get into PC gaming, like you have Steam and shit. And then from then on, like CS is just all over Steam. So I guess I just gave it a go and I just enjoyed it a lot. Dude, I think when Valorant was coming out, like every single CS player in the world was trying this game. And then I'll be honest, I mean, I think like when Valorant first came out, I played the beta for a while and I didn't enjoy it that much. Like it was an okay game, but I wasn't the biggest fan. And then with the Game Changers program, like I kind of started grinding the game again and getting back into it because I actually had like motivation to compete, I guess. Game Changers is like one of the coolest programs I think I've ever seen in a video game ever. I've like always played games growing up and I've even like watched esports growing up, but I wasn't really interested in competing prior to GC. So I think that like speaks to, I don't know, like what Game Changers as a program does for the talent pool. Like ultimately, I think programs like GC are the only thing that are ever gonna change demographics in gaming. So like continuing to iterate on them and invest in them is gonna be really sick. Just having a space where you can compete without getting berated permanently and like without having your confidence just completely killed instantly is important. As someone who wasn't like super public about being trans for a long time, I don't know if I even really noticed how bad I was for people. And then like having to watch like my friends compete and just face constant harassment was a little unpleasant. And I was like, you know, it'd be great if I could do something about that. I just love women and I want to see them win, so here I am. I think I initially like saw an LFT on Twitter and I just like played with a random team. And then pretty soon after I started playing with that team, there were Immortals open tryouts and I just went through that circuit and got signed to Immortals. Thinking back, I think some of the most fun I've ever had competing in GC actually is like, believe it or not, it was probably with Immortals, like when we actually had deep runs, because I mean like playing with SR and V1, we expect to win everything, right? Like the roster is just so good that like winning is the expectation. So making deep runs with a roster that wasn't like so insanely talented was a lot of fun. Like I miss being like underdogs, I guess. Like that experience was fun. I wasn't really aware of like how high the skill ceiling was in this game. And then getting to play with Mel and Lexi, like such experienced players who have worked with like really good coaches in the past, and then getting to work under Effie's has just been crazy to me because like I realized how like bad I was, I guess, and like how much there was to learn and how much better you could be. So it was definitely jarring. It was a lot to adjust to. It's a very different team environment, but obviously grateful. As a team, obviously there's like a lot of expectations around us and I don't know, like a legacy to uphold or whatever. So I think like we all feel a lot of pressure going into matches, even in GC now. Definitely we felt a lot of pressure in challengers because like being the first GC roster to like qualify for challengers would be incredible. And I think the whole community is kind of like looking at us and like waiting for us to fail. So like being able to prove them wrong would be lovely one day. I kind of really like, I just want people to see us play at our best is like my dream, I guess. Like I know how well we can play and I know how good everyone on this team is and how much talent there is. And it's just sometimes hard to show that. So like really, I just want people to see us playing in our best form. That's the dream. I just want to compete. I think competing in challengers and maybe one day playing tier 1 would be amazing. Just like for the perception of women in the community and for women as a whole, I think it would be great.